Hello viewers, Captain Brereton here. Welcome back to another flight simulator video where today we are going to be flying from Dublin to Copenhagen today. And as you can see, it's snowing in Dublin at the minute, even outside in Ireland in real life it's snowing, and I can show that to you right now. So let me just get the webcam over here. See if it can focus. There's the snow, and as you can see, there's Ireland covered in blankets of snow there. Pretty much nearly the same amount of snow that you'd get in places like France and in Austria nearly. Let me just put my camera back up there. So as most Irish people would know, when a massive snowstorm hits Ireland, everything gets shut down, including the airports. But that doesn't necessarily the flights in FSX doesn't get cancelled, because I could still go on and do some of my flight simming here, regardless of the weather, if it's snowing or not. But anyway, for this flight, we are in the Scandinavian Airlines 737-700 for this flight. We have de-icing on. We've just completed passenger boarding, and we've also completed catering. We've also completed loading on the food supplies as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit. We've completed most of the startup checks, so we just need to turn on taxi lights here, and then we can go ahead and actually we can also turn on the wipers. And then we can also go ahead and request pushback. De-icing. Do you request de-icing treatment? No, I don't think so. Yeah, nose right, tail left. Okay, we have de-icing. We have icing conditions out there, which is pretty obvious considering that it's snowing.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Roger that. Let's go back to our initial ref page here.
Locking gear.
But yeah, there's something I noticed lately about FSX. I've recently gotten Steve's DirectX 10 fixer, and so far made Flight Simulator look a lot more beautiful and a lot more better in terms of FPS. Well, slightly better in terms of FPS for payware aircraft. However, I noticed that, as you can see, the text doesn't seem to be appearing for me when I'm in flight. Okay, we can't start up our engines yet due to icing conditions. Let's go ahead and switch to 122.8. We have de-icing on, or anti-icing. Let me just fix my camera there. There we go.
Set parking brake.
Alright, we're in position now, so we can go ahead and set the parking brake. And I'll go ahead and set flaps for 5.
Clear to start engine.
Okay, we've gotten clearance to fire up the engines, so Let's go ahead and fire up engine 2. And also we should consider turning off our packs. There we go. Now we can go ahead and turn on the fuel mix for engine 2. Okay, engine 2 is stable. Let's go ahead now and fire up engine 1. We can go ahead and turn on the generator for engine 2. We can also now turn on our TCAS as well. And also test the TCAS, make sure it's on standby. Or make sure it's working for us.
TCAS test. Pass.
Very good, very good. Now, engine 1 is running normal. Autopilot is on. Autopilot is off. Both engines are running, so now we can turn off the APU. We should also consider turning on our weather radar and set the gain upwards. There we go. As you can see, it's a lot of snow in the area. Just going to show how much Ireland's been pelted by snow at the moment, but it's good news for myself and for a lot of other people who are in education, because it means that we get a few days off school, college and university because of it. So it means I get to stay at home for a few days and make videos for you guys. Anyway, tax light is on. Those lights are on. Wheel well lights are on. Just get comfortable there. And now the APU is off, so now we can begin taxi. Looks like there's another aircraft coming on my right there, so might have to stop somewhere and let him go. That's if he's not gonna turn this way. Why is the aircraft turned to the turned to the left on me? Must be the wind or something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, brake here. I think we'll also just go back a bit. Just go back a bit there. Just want to go back a bit there, just so we're out of the way. There we go. He's going the other way, so we're okay. But at least we're out of his way anyway, so that's a good thing. Alright, so we're just beside the runway, so we can go ahead and turn on the landing lights, because we're definitely going to need them in conditions like this. Okay, now the aircraft is kicking to the right on me there. Probably because of some wind conditions or something like that. So I'm expecting some really severe turbulence once we get up in the air. And on takeoff as well, I'm expecting some really, really, really severe turbulence. Now we can set the lights to strobe and ready. Strobe and steady. Can't see another aircraft landing there. Oh no! Yes, I can. Yes, I can. How come I didn't? How come my radar didn't detect him there? Just a check. Ah, yeah, there it is. There's 3 other aircraft coming in to land. Seems like we're gonna be a while for waiting for takeoff clearance. Parking brake engaged. Oh, it's two default aircraft. 2 default AI aircraft landing there. Alright, we got a good gap there between those 2 aircraft, those other aircraft there. Must be the 3 other planes that had to go around. Alright, let's go. Now we can finally take off. Or now we can finally line up on the runway. There we go. Okay, there we go. Parking brake is engaged. So we'll just wait for this Aaron plane to get off the runway, and then we can finally take off. Where is he going? He's just going around in circles. Like, clearly, why is he going around in circles there? Okay. Alright. He's off the runway now. We can go ahead and begin takeoff. A knots. Cross check. Continue. 110. 120.
V1.
V1.
Rotate. V2.
Okay, we're a little off the center line there, but that's okay. We're in the air now. Okay, and positive rate. Gear up. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. Gear up. Forgotten I had my controller layout configured differently on the FSX. Now then, flaps. 1. Okay, yeah, there is quite a bit of turbulence on this takeoff. But hopefully when we get to 31,000 feet, we should be in the clear. Oh, and I forgot to engage VNAV and LNAV. There we go. And now flaps up. Now, just another 9,000 feet away before we begin. Before we then turn off the landing lights and all that stuff. And we even have this HOV, I believe is what it's called. Let's see what this is called. FS actions. Oh yeah, set up aircraft equipment. Talks. I think it's like the HGS or something. Fall to trans altitude. Aye, that's what's called, the HGS. So let's go back. Initial ref. It's our approach ref. We don't need to worry about that yet. Okay, we're now above 10,000 feet, so we can go ahead and turn off all the landing lights and the taxi lights. And our top of the climb will be after we take the right turn at Liffey. Now the aircraft is making the right turn. And it looks like there's a 737 flying above us there. I imagine it's a default 737. And now we're above 18,000 feet, so we can set the Q&H to standard. Or do we get a Q&H code? Or what our transition altitude is? Performance, take off. Ah yeah, transition altitude is 18,000 feet, so we were right to set the Q&H code to standard. Now, another 10,000 feet before we reach. There we go. Another 10,000 feet before we reach 31,000 feet. Then by then I can turn off this fasten seatbelt sign. And then by then I can sit back and relax. And let the airplane fly itself. Okay, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We're now at our cruising altitude of 31,000 feet, so you're now free to move around the cabin if you like to. However, if you do not wish to do so, then we advise for you to stay in your seats and keep your seatbelt fastened. This is just in the event that we encounter some turbulence along the way, or in the event that the aircraft starts falling out of the sky, even though that's very unlikely. But right now, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy complimentary snacks that our lovely flight attendants and stewards will be delivering to you momentarily. And we once again thank you for choosing Scandinavian Airlines for this flight, and we hope you have a pleasant one. There we go. Right, that's the passengers briefed in. So now I can just sit back, relax, and let the airplane do the flying itself. So we're now on the other side, the UK at the moment, I believe. Let's go take a look outside and see. Yeah, we're just on the other side of the UK now. And Denmark is just over there somewhere. So it's a relatively not too long of a flight. Tell you what, the graphic improvements that the new DirectX 10 fixer has brought, pretty cool. Definitely looking a lot more shinier than before. Let's get back into the virtual cockpit. to, well, just want to go into my Steam menu page just to see what the crack is. So once we fly over England, then it'd be a straight run then over to Copenhagen in Denmark then. Looks like we're just above Europe now. So I think we're just coming into the Netherlands now. If I'm mistaken. I think it's the Netherlands, I'm not too sure. Yeah, it's definitely the Netherlands. So I think by then, I think that's where the left turn would make sense. I think we might be making the left turn somewhere at either at Germany or somewhere before that, I'm not too sure. Anyway, Victor Alpha Lima Alpha November. It's still another 35 nautical miles away, so it won't be a while yet till we make the left turn, so I presume it's to be somewhere over Germany is when we make that left turn. Now another 22 miles to go before we reach Victor Alpha Lima Alpha Mike. So I suppose now would be a good time to get a look at the weather at Copenhagen Airport. Okay, so like everywhere, like Ireland, it's snowing there as well. Wind is heading 100 degrees at 8 knots. Air pressure is 1010, so that'll be the QNH code. So QNH is 1010. It's -3 in Copenhagen. Along with the wind being at 8 knots. So just going to my charts here. At 8 knots. See what runways are there at Copenhagen Airport first. Okay, there's runway 4 runway 22 left and 22 runway 4 left and 4 right, 22 left and 22 right, and 12 and 30. So I imagine, since the wind is heading 100 degrees, I imagine it'll be runway 1012 that we'll be using 12 for landing. So see if there's any good approaches for 12. 4 left, 4 left, 4 left. Okay, well there's Rosby 3 Alpha. There's Alma. We could try Rosby 3 Alpha as our approach SID. So we'll keep Rosby 3 Alpha in mind. Or it's actually Rosby 3 Bravo is the approach SID that we'll be using. Just want to check Steam there for a minute. A few of my friends online playing Battlegrounds in the minute. I might get a text from one of them saying if I'm able to go play Battlegrounds with them or something like that. So just be ready. I'm just gonna be ready in case Alan texts me if I want to play Battlegrounds. I imagine he will, but then again, though, how many people are playing? I may have 2, 3, 4. There's 4 people playing Battlegrounds, so there's no way that. So there won't be enough room on his squad to play Battlegrounds with him. But we're playing Flight Simulator at the moment. Battlegrounds is another video whatsoever. Of course, if it was a Battlegrounds video, it would have obviously said in the title, but it's not. It's a Flight Simulator video. Okay. Seems like Rosby 3 Bravo isn't on the approach list. Let's see what other approaches I could use. There's the Alpha Lima Mike 1 Bravo. Just take a look at our legs page. Okay, obviously that one won't work for us, so I thought the Mona. See what other ones are there. ILS removing suit. Okay, yeah, that could work also. First here. And then execute. There we go. Okay, we have our SID sorted out. Let's get back to map. initial ref progress. So that's the first part of the approach done, which is us sorting out our SID. Keep an eye on the weather. It's bound to change. 100 at 8 knots, snow, -3. Air pressure is 1010. So we'll take a look at it again when we get to our top of the descent. Okay, so not far now from our top of the descent. So let's just go check the radar one more time and just be sure that the weather hasn't changed and is more or less the same. Okay, now the wind has changed a bit. Wind direction is now heading at 112 knots. Nevertheless, though, we can still use runway 12 for landing. Anyway, so the wind is heading 120. So if we can just get a better look at it on the map. Say we're close enough now to Copenhagen to get an accurate weather report on the map. Just take a look at the FSX world map and see for myself. I'm not sure if it's no, we're still pretty far out. Copenhagen Airport. Alright, so we're now around the corner from our top of the descent. So let's take a look at the legs page. And we'll be descending straight down to 3,000 feet. So I'll just go ahead and put that in. There we go, 3,000 feet set. And I'll go ahead and prime the passenger, fasten seatbelt sign, and then I will inform passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We're about to begin our approach into Copenhagen Airport very soon. So we advise you now to return to your seats, fasten your seatbelts, and please stay seated until we are fully landed and at the gate. We'll be on the ground in about 15 minutes time. Thank you. now here we are about to begin the right turn towards Copenhagen. And I've checked the weather on the active sky, and that says the same thing as well. 120 degrees at 8 knots. So we'll be all right on this one coming in. Now just one more look at the weather before we begin. Yep, still 120 knots. Still 120 degrees at 8 knots. And we can go ahead and begin the flight level change. So, flight level change, where is it? Ah, yeah, there it is, level change. And we can go ahead and arm the speed brakes. And we're below 10,000 feet, so we can turn on the landing lights and the taxi lights and the runway turn-off lights as well. We can slow down the aircraft now. We're coming in. Once we get to 3,000 feet, that's when I will assume control of the aircraft. Just add a bit of speed brake to that, just to guarantee that the aircraft will slow down. Actually, I won't, because it might will throw the aircraft off balance while it's descending. Now, can we go flaps 1? No, we can't. We can't just yet. Let's wait till we're at 240 and then we will go flaps 1 then. Now, how about now? Here we go. Right, I'm assuming manual control. Okay, this is where I will be. Alright, so landing checks. Speed brake is armed. Landing gear is down. Flaps are set. Runway lights, taxi lights, turn off lights are on. Oh, and de-icing. De-icing. Here we are. De-icing is on. And we're clear to land. There's the runway just ahead. 12 o'clock. $2,000 feet. $1,500. 1000. There we are. I have ground contact. We have the runway just ahead. I think we might be a bit high though, but just have to keep it nice and steady. Nice and steady. 600. 500. 400. 300. Oh god, there's an aircraft on the runway. Oh god, go around, go around, go around. Go around, go around. Go around, go around. Yeah, we seen there was that aircraft. There's that one aircraft there that was on the runway, and apparently didn't see him there in time. But thankfully, though, we managed to avoid a collision there. That was close, very close. Ah, well, we'll climb back up to 3,000 feet. Oh god, we're near a stall there, so let's bring it back there. Bring it back up to 3,000 feet. Bring the gears down. There's the fuel warning lights on. Oh god, if we have to make a go around again, if we have to make another go around, then we're pretty low on. Yeah, well, we are pretty low on fuel there. If it was VATSIM, I could be able to let the air traffic controller know that we are on low fuel and we need priority, but can't do that in FSX. I think we're on emergency fuel now. We can take a look at our fuel in more detail. Now, attempt 2. $1,500 feet. And now there's some airplanes that are taking off. However, the good side of us being on being low on fuel is that the it'd be more easier to bring the aircraft down, or put the aircraft on the ground lightly without suffering a big heavy landing. Speed breakers armed. Alright, one last run through the landing checklists. Flaps are down, lights are on, landing gear is down, flaps are down, speed brake is armed. We're clear for landing, pretty much. 1,000. Actually, it should be the computer. I think I should let the computer do the call outs for me. I've already got my hands full as it is, trying to put the aircraft on the ground safely. There's the other aircraft taking off. So chances are we should have chances are we're going to have a better time landing. Now look ahead, just make sure the runway is clear. Okay, if the wipers should just... Nope, I don't see any aircraft on the runway, on the taxiway there, so looks like we can safely go in for the landing. There we are, we're on the center line there now. Let's see if we can make it a soft landing. And as Air Force Power 95 would always say, let's see if we can butter the bread on runway 12. 500. No aircraft there on the side, so or no aircraft planning to take off, so we have the runway to ourselves pretty much. 300. 200. 100. Oh boy, this is gonna be close.
50, 40,
This is gonna be close.
20, 10.
Just get you all throttle. There we go. On the ground. Hit the brakes. Oh, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be close. Oh, hang in there, hang in there. Ooh. Alright, we made it. Nice landing. Very soft landing there indeed. Speed brake, do not arm. There we go. And now we can just exit left here on Golf. On taxiway Golf. Nicely done. Very good landing there. Although we did come in very high there, so maybe next time we might try and maybe come in that little bit more lower. Now then, landing lights could come off. Runway turn off lights could come on, and we can start up the APU. Let's suss out the gates that are available here. See if we can get a closer look at the gates. Okay, the caution lights come on there, so there we are. APU is on, so we'll hand the power over to the APU. What about Charlie 20? We take Charlie 30. Let's try Charlie 30. 12 suitable parkings. Yeah, we can take Charlie 30. Request to follow me? No, because I have the I have the runway, I have the gate on the chart, so I know where it is. I think maybe I should also consider not using AI airplanes in future videos, simply because I'm finding them a bit of a nuisance with the way they're getting in my way a lot. And with me even not using air traffic control, it's even more difficult. There we go. Now. And it starts to snow again in Copenhagen. Stop. No, and parking brake. What's the parking brake? There we go. Parking brake is on. APU is on. Taxi light is off. And turn off the engines. And we can now bring in the jetway. We can now bring in the jetway. Okay, the jetway seems to be a bit glitchy here today. Perhaps maybe if I push back a bit, it should be able to get the jetway in. So just back a bit, back, stop, and then initiate the parking brake. Now try jetway. No. Oh no! This time. Yes, there we go. I just had to reverse back a bit in order for it to work. So anyway, now that we have. We can go ahead and now that we've parked it safely, we can go ahead and turn off fuel pumps, turn off packs, and we can open up the doors. We can open up the cargo doors. There we go. So now we can go ahead and request deboarding. Remember to operate jetway. I have done that. I have the jetway brought over to me. So anyway, now we should hear the passengers deboarding. There we are, they're deboarding now. Alright, so that was a pretty good flight, despite some few technical issues involving some aircraft getting on my way, or not refusing to get out of my way, and which involves me doing that go around there. But other than that though, the flight was pretty good, and let me know in the comment section if you want me to not use any AI aircraft whatsoever for future FSX videos. And all that's left for me to say now is I will see you guys in my next video.